Hey, this is kind of fun. Um, I had a coffee, and my coffee was, I think it had caffeine in it. So I had a coffee I had gotten from Dutch Brothers. I think they put caffeine in it. It doesn't kill me like before. Now that I'm transforming, it just kind of makes my legs weird and horrifying. And does like some weird stuff to my ankles, which it had done before. So I dumped the coffee out. And some longshore guy. He was in the Banning Beaumont area, and I think he was a longshore guy or something. And I think that because there was a truck that said longshore or something on the truck, and the guy was like, "Go get back on the freeway," and I was like, "Hey, you're gonna die over whether I get on the freeway right now or not. It's a road, buddy. It's a road in the middle of nowhere." And he was like, "I've already seen you go to the bathroom and something get on the freeway." And I was like, uh, if only you knew it's my death falling out and a cup of coffee. But all right, buddy. I mean, whatever. You have to open your mouth and like whatever. So I thought, well, you know, this guy's really upset. But I thought, well, I don't have to go anywhere. This is a road in the middle of the night. And I really wanted to see the view in the morning because it was right by really pretty mountains. But then a truck showed up that said Longshore or something. I was like, oh, well, now I probably should go. But then I thought, well, I'll just park up up by the building. Well, there was some guy by a U-Haul, so I thought, well, I don't want to bother somebody's already parking up there. So I left. Well, I got a prayer at about 7:45 in the morning. At about 7:45, my queen, my queen, my queen, but I need to talk to Bonnie. My queen, my queen, my queen, but I need to talk to Bonnie. My queen, my queen, my queen, but I need to talk to Bonnie. And sorry, I just dropped my nail and I don't know where it went. And I don't want to lose my nails because I got these little. Oh goodness, I lost my nail. I got these little silly glue-on nails. And see, I just lost this one. And I don't want to lose my nails. And I got little flower ones. I'm just getting silly nails at the dollar store so I can have my nails, something on my nails. But I just dropped it in. And I don't know what I did with it. So anyway, and they were like, and we have talked about it. And I was like, well, I was busy. I was trying to, start my day. So I ignored the gods that were like, some guy's praying and praying and he just has to talk to you. And he's been praying since like 7:45 this morning. And I thought, well, I've got things I have to do. I know it's a human pretend existence, but I have to go do my human pretend stuff. So I just ignored it. I ignored it. That guy kept my queen, my queen, my queen, my queen, my queen. That guy kept doing it until almost 9 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, if anybody's diligent to my queen, my queen, my queen, from 7:45 to almost 9 o'clock in the morning, then I guess I should answer their prayer. So I told the God, the next time that he prays, I'll go ahead and answer. Just tell me. And the God was like, okay. And so the next time he prayed, the God was like, okay, the guy's praying. And I was like, hello, I'm the great Bunny Annika. What can I do for you? And he was like, you were parked outside and you went pee. It's like, well, it's more like my transformation, death falling out of me. I think you get a little bit more power than the power of God that would just be on pee. So I think it's like a little bit more valuable than pee. But okay. And I also dumped some coffee. And that might be pretty superficial power of God. But that'd be some pretty good superficial power of God. So what can I do for you? And the guy was like, the guy was like, I've been powerful and powerful and powerful since I got here. And I got here really early. I think it was dark. I don't even think it was light yet outside when I got here. And I've been powerful, powerful. I feel like I'm Superman. I feel like I know things that nobody could know. I feel like energy and strength. I don't know if it's even human. I was like, see, I told you, it's a lot more potent than pee. It's life and death and death and life and, but it's not life. It's like slaughtered old life in like liquidy, horrifying death. Coming out. So it's pretty powerful stuff if you're worthy. Of course, it'll also pack a pretty punishment punch if you're a bad person, but obviously he was a worthy, good person. And I was like, see, it's better than pee, man. It'll make you feel like you can fly after a while. And he was like, it already did. I felt a little while ago like I could fly, but I didn't know how to make it work. I was like, well, to play around with the power of God. I mean, it's just to play around, man. I mean, but you're welcome. I was right near that longshore place, or I was right near it, so you obviously probably drove right by my powers, or you probably drove where I was in the car or around the car, and my powers were all over around that area. So you probably picked up quite a bit of power, and if you're smart, if I were you, I'd drive the car and then like park your car right where I parked my car and really, really absorb like all my powers and see how much it could do for you and your family. And, and have fun with it. And he was like, well, how do I know what I can do? How do I know how it works? And I was like, well, when I have time, I'm kind of trying to do this pretend human go to the Lyft job thing to earn some dollars. But as soon as I have time, I'll try to go over some fun things that the power of God can do. And he was like, oh, okay. That's why I wanted to talk to you, because I pretty was sure it was coming from you. I can tell you're Bonnie Annika too. I can tell you are the most powerful mother queen God. And I can tell you really are a dead God. You really are like living death. I was like, yep. I don't have any reason to lie. And people who claim to be a Messiah or something, they don't really go to town with it. And when they do, you can tell it's very elaborate, colorful storytelling, but doesn't really sound very real, does it? When you get a Bonnie, it's either that I'm the biggest weirdo storyteller ever known, or I'm the only thing that was real out of everybody who claims these things. Except Jesus. Jesus was out there when he would talk too. Jesus was a very out there talker. But of course he was real. So he would talk very much about real heavens, and he was out there compared to just a weirdo that liked to pretend to be a Messiah or something. But, so that was pretty fun. And then remember that orthopedic place? There was an orthopedic place, and I put my powers near that building. Somebody got a miracle. And they thought or said, my queen. And a God answered and told me later. So he answered the prayer, I guess, earlier that day. And then later in the day that God told me, I answered a prayer. It was from a lady who went to the orthopedic place that you had slept near. And she got a miracle. And she thought or said, my queen. And she thanked me as a God for making sure she got healed and wouldn't need to go to the orthopedic appointments anymore. I thought, well, that's kind of fun. That's a good one. We haven't got a lot of miracles, so that was pretty exciting. Some lady somewhere doesn't have to go back to any of her appointments. That is a pretty cool thing. It's a lot better than driving sick people to the doctors and wishing they would qualify for their miracle. So I thought I'd tell you guys about what I have run into. So far, that's what I have run into. Well, till next time.